Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video on how to pedal. And today we're having our last video in the series, which is advanced pedaling. And so you haven't seen the other 3 videos on how to pedal, do go check them out first, or else the things in this video that I talk about might be a little bit too difficult for you, or you might not understand what I'm talking about. You finally made it. You finally learned how to pedal most of the things that you want to play with the right textures, with the right emphases. You know how to work the melody, you know how to work the harmonies and the accompaniment, and you're almost there, but you're missing a tiny bit of an edge. Well, today the things that I talk about might just give you that last bit to help you hit that 100%, feeling like you're in total control of what you're doing at the piano. The first advanced pedaling technique that I'm going to present is half pedal. And this is by far the most useful advanced pedaling technique in my opinion, and I use it the most. Half pedal is exactly as the name implies. You only depress the pedal halfway. Every single instrument has a different pedal. Some pianos you'll find you'll need to depress a little bit before the mutes start to lift. Some pianos you'll find are very responsive to when your foot goes down. So every time you play a new instrument, I highly recommend that you get a feel before you start playing for the full pedal and for the half pedal. It might even help to look and watch the mutes raise so you know exactly what they're doing as you're coming down halfway on that pedal. And of course, half pedal doesn't only imply that you can only go down halfway. You can go down to any degree on the pedal and it will affect how certain things sound. Why? Because the mutes are a different distance from the string. If you lift the mutes very slightly off the string and they barely touch the strings are still allowed to vibrate and still allowed to resonate, but they get slightly dampened by the felt. And so coming up to varying degrees can affect how long things ring for and how they sound when they're ringing. So when do we use half pedal? When you want something to sound pedaled to sound wet, but a full pedal makes it too thick. I frequently apply this to fast sections that are quiet and loud. Sometimes you just need to catch a hint of pedal to give the impression that something is more reverberant than it is. And so half pedal or a quarter pedal or any iteration between no pedal and full works great for these sorts of applications. Now, the second technique that I want to talk about is flutter pedal. How you flutter pedal is by lifting and lowering the pedal really quickly several times, but not all the way up. And the reason you don't put it all the way up so quickly so many times is because you don't want the mute slamming down the strings too hard. The goal of flutter pedal is similar to the goal of half pedal. You're trying to thin out the sound. But whereas with half pedal, you're trying to create a thinner sound from the outset, flutter pedal, you can start with a fuller, thicker sound and then thin it out later. So I find that I frequently do this when I have runs that get too thick, or sometimes even when I play wrong notes in performances that need to get cleared out of the pedal. You can combine flutter and half pedal to create different tones and different textures. The next pedaling technique that I particularly enjoy is the Forte piano. This has very niche usage, but it's still fun. So what you do is you on-beat pedal on the chords or on the notes, and then you lift the pedal, but you depress the key halfway. What this does is you essentially create a very large on-beat pedal, like a sforzando, like an accent, as we've talked about before, and then you clear it out by lifting the pedal, so then the entire soundboard goes dead. The reason we have it half depressed is so that the mutes can still stifle some of the vibrations from the string so that it reduces the volume of your tone. And that's how you get a very nice forte piano on a held note. Now, the last advanced pedaling technique that I want to talk about is Sustenuto, which is the middle pedal. The reason why I didn't make a dedicated video or dedicated explanation for how to use the Sustenuto pedal is because a lot of people don't even have the middle pedal. The middle pedal is sometimes different between vertical and grand pianos. And honestly, the number of times that I've had to use the middle pedal, I can probably count on one hand. The middle pedal is played with the left foot. You basically only ever use it when you've exhausted all other options to connect the note, to hold the note, and holding it with the sustain pedal makes the tone too thick and too wet. And there it is. How to pedal. I hope this was an informative series for you, since a lot of people have been asking for this, since I guess I have an interesting pedaling style sometimes. Listen critically, listen for cleanliness, and make intentional decisions about how you're going to use the pedal, how you want the musicality of the piece that you're playing to come through, and what's important and how to phrase your melody with your accompaniment. If you have any questions on anything that I talked about in any of these videos, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. Or if you would like to discuss any of these topics with me or other people in my community, be sure to join my Discord server. Link is down in the description. Click on one of these videos if you would like to learn more about playing the piano. Until next time, everybody, peace.